Hi, this is Gerald Romkes. I'm sitting in a 1960 MGA. It is a friend of mine's. His name is Richard, and you'll see him later in this video. He asked me if I would recover his cockpit rails for him. So we got the dash one, the doors. These are new cast corners for the rear cockpit, and this was reupholstered as well. And we had to get into fitting this properly here. If you want to see how I've got a little video to show how to fit these properly, because these are reproduction parts that don't really fit the car. And I know a lot of people, Richard was telling me there's a lot of people that are having an issue with that. So you have to have the right tools. I don't know, like when you're in the kitchen, you know what a cookie cutter is. Not sure if you've heard of a cookie grinder, but I can demonstrate later if you want to watch the video, see how we've done that. And then you'll meet Richard, the actual owner. He can demonstrate how to fix some of these issues and get this stuff fitting into your car. Okay, these are the original bows. Checking out all the hardware that comes with the kit. There's a vinyl. The front and rear cockpit rails are original to the car. Just recovered them, put new hardware on it. So the front dash, this one here, and the rear cockpit rail are just the original wood and just covered over. The cast aluminum, which is right here, these really don't fit well. And you see those little holes that are made in the sides here. Those are for your fasteners for the soft top, the Roadster convertible top, but they're not really placed properly. You should technically thread them. I put a red dot there thinking that's where it'll be, and you can check later on how when we're test fitting, how that actually is more in line with the body. You can see that the hole, the factory hole that they have in the cast, it's a threaded piece that this bolt will go through. And then once you mount it to the car, then the nut mounts to that bolt as well. And you can see how the hole is threaded there. Goes right through, but you can see it'll bottom out here. So I'm going to make a hole, oblong that out so that we have the clearance we need. And I may adjust all these ones because when we get fitting it, may have to move this. So I may want to oblong this hole as well. But first, let's do this guy and I'll show you the results. Okay, so basically I took a drill down to this edge. I didn't want to drill through the other way because I don't want to damage those threads. And right now I'm going to now do a test with the actual bolt. Trace it through, make sure technically it should all work still because we got lots of thread on the top side of that. The initial test fit looks okay with modifications. This is Richard checking the other side. So we take the top strip off because now we got to fit this to the car because the fit isn't right. It's not 100%. So just start with the cast and go from there. Richard's using a heat gun to soften the paint so that when he wanted to straighten out the body a little bit because some of that was from previous use. When the other one was tightened up, it would pull the metal up. So you don't want to overheat the paint, you just want to soften it so that it doesn't crack or chip when you start knocking the panel down. You can see he's right on the oblong hole there. That's the mounting hole for the cast aluminum corner rail. Well, I think it's good to show people, like, this is amazing how without the tack strip, without the leather and all the thickness of the upholstery, how well that fits. We didn't do anything to modify that.
Yeah.
Yet before there's nothing fitting. How do you make it work, right?
Yeah. So if you're looking for a place to post all of this stuff that will get seen worldwide, the MG experience.
Oh yeah?
MGA experience.
Okay.
The MG experience is more B stuff, but the MGA experience is
Specialized with these guys.
It's a worldwide. It's run by the MGA club of North America, and it gets posts from Australia, from Japan, from everywhere. It's crazy.
I kind of mark for the thickness of where to allow for the tack strip, and all the leather that's going to be going on there. It's a matching leather to the vinyl. The cookie grinder, the grind master, Mr. Richard Cook.
Here.
Okay.
To provide myself with some witness marks.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll do the same down here and across the inside there.
Yep.
And then once we've done that, then we can flip it over and we can work that whole thing to get it flat.
Got it.
So, here we go.
And there is your cookie grinder.
So that should be to that side. And you want nice, smooth motion with your grinder so you're not leaving waves, you're just leaving a nice smooth ground finish.
Nice.
Carries a lot of heat quite quickly. So now, let's do this one. You wanted this taken back to the black line?
Yeah, we don't need to go past here. There's quite a gap there already, so just
Okay.
feather it in.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, so I'll try and get a grip on it somewhere here. That takes us back to our line and we've got sort of a witness mark. Now we can put this in the vise, get a grip on it somehow here, and work on laying that surface, that whole surface back evenly. Hardest part's getting a good grip on stuff like this.
Yeah, without damaging it.
Well, without having it fly across the shop, that's,
It becomes a weapon at that point.
yeah. So I'm thinking there. Okay, so that seems to have a pretty good grip on it. So then we'll just work that whole surface now. We'll go from there and we'll work it out flat to there.
Perfect.
So. problem with marking when the aluminum's hot.
It doesn't want to work.
It dries the tip of the marker out very quickly.
Yeah.
So anyways, we try and sort of work along that line
Yeah.
with the heavy amount of removal.
Right. Right.
So
Okay.
oh, now we'll take this and we'll cool it off, and we'll just check our fit and see where we're at. This one's caught on a burr on the back of the aluminum.
Oh, okay. So it's not going to thread through? Okay, so I got it through?
Yep, yep.
Is that lining up?
Yep, when you count for leather and everything like that, appears to be.
Yeah, that's okay, because there is going to be more material in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a bit of body filler in that hole.
Okay.
There, so this will need to, because they skimmed the whole car.
Oh, that's okay.
But
That's okay. But by the time we get, again, the leather and the piping, it'll fill this out.
Yep.
So that the elevation between here and here will become the same.
Yep.
And if these are in the holes,
Yeah.
by the time we upholster that and bolt it right in, that's going to be real. I think that's pretty much bang right on.
Yeah.
I think that's good. So
it's much better.
If we clamp that just temporarily for now, and we'll do the same on the other side, we'll just leave this clamped. Because I don't know about you, but I'm really happy with that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I think that's perfect. That's some fine grinding there, my friend. You dial that in really nice. AKA Cookie, the grind master. So you can see how the pre-holed drills there, and now I'm just adjusting for the thickness and putting the piping in there, testing. I shortened the length only because we had to center the wooden center cockpit rail with the other corner on the other side, so we were able to center that out. That's what it is with all the leather fully upholstered, and everything seems to fit good on both sides. Both corners are done. Now the door cockpit rails are next. Thank you for watching.